gentlemen, it's time for tonight's ceremonial.
Good evening, everyone, from Blair Field in Long Beach, California, where tonight your defending Pioneer League champion Oakland Ballers gear up for Game 2 of this three-game road series against the Long Beach Coast. Oakland in search of its first win of the second half after falling yesterday. And good evening, everyone. I'm Gareth Kwok. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Ballers pregame show. Whether you're tuning in on our YouTube channel or on the Home Team Network, we certainly appreciate your support. Well, the Ballers, it's been a difficult start to this second half. An 0-7 start to the second half, a 7-game losing streak, which is not only a season-long losing streak, it's also the longest losing streak in team history. And yesterday they were shut out for the first time this season in a 7-0 loss to the Coast. Hunter Day, the starter, gave up one run through his first 3 innings of work, but Cuba Bess took him deep in the fourth with a 3-run homer to push the Coast lead to 4. A 2-out single and then an RBI triple from Emilio Corona in the fifth knocked Day out of the game. He finished the night going 4 2/3 innings, allowing 6 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Jack Martin was exceptional for Long Beach. 5 scoreless innings, just 3 hits and a walk, and 4 strikeouts to earn the victory. There was a bright spot, though, for Oakland yesterday, and that was the new right-handed reliever Christian Diaz, who made his Ballers debut after he signed with the team earlier in the afternoon. The former Ogden Raptor struck out 4 in 1 2/3 innings, allowing 1 unearned run on a walk and a hit. He was a bright spot. Certainly Aaron Miles liked his outing from yesterday. Good slider, good fastball from the 26-year-old out of Houston. But the Long Beach bullpen was sharp. Jake Dixon and Ryan Fox combined for 4 scoreless innings of relief and 5 strikeouts to seal Long Beach's 9th consecutive win over the Ballers. And Oakland continues to struggle with runners in scoring position. Through the first 7 games of the second half, they are batting .212 with runners in scoring position after going 0 for 7 yesterday. So our attention turns to tonight, where the Ballers will look to turn things around. Our 2 pitchers brewing pitching matchup for today. It's the left-hander Reed Butts for the Ballers, who makes his second outing since rejoining the team. He will face the right-hander Cole Percival, Troy Percival's son, who makes his second start in as many starts against the Ballers. Our pitching matchup brought to you by 2 Pitchers Brewing. And when we come back here on the Ballers pregame show, we'll take a look at our starting lineups, and then we'll have first pitch. It's Game 2 of this 3-game set. The Ballers and the Coast coming up next here on Ballers Radio.
It's now time for the words that are recited for each and every Coast game.
Just a few moments away from first pitch between your Ballers and the Coast on this Wednesday night. It's another gorgeous evening for baseball here in Southern California in Long Beach. Temperatures in the low 80s, but there is a bit of a breeze blowing out today. Very comfortable conditions for baseball. As we take a look at our starting lineups tonight, they are presented by Rubenstein. We begin with the Ballers, and for Aaron Miles, this is his starting 9. Jaden Calora will hit leadoff for the first time this season. He's in right field as well for the first time this year. Isai Santos bats second and is in center. Jeter Ibarra, the first baseman, bats third. Tristan Moore, the rookie out of Point Loma Nazarene, bats fourth and is in left field. Jake Allgaier, the switch hitting third baseman, bats fifth. Nick Leahy, the second baseman, bats sixth. Cam Buford, the DH, hits seventh. Connor Smith gets the start behind the plate. He is batting eighth, and Brendan O'Sullivan plays short and bats ninth. Once again, Calora, Santos, Ibarra, Moore, Allgaier, Leahy, Buford, Smith, and O'Sullivan for the Ballers. It'll be Winland, Beal, and Blythe who are available off the bench today for Oakland. Ballers come into this game with an overall record of 22-33. They are 0-7 in the second half on a 7-game losing streak, which is the longest of the season and the longest in franchise history. The previous longest losing streak in franchise history was just 4 games. As the Coast have taken the field, Cole Percival has led his troops out onto the diamond. Long Beach once again sporting their home whites. Long Beach across the chest, colored in teal with the bright teal caps and the letters LBC on the front of those caps. White pants, teal piping down the sides. As we take a look at the defense for the Coast this evening, beginning in the outfield, Eddie Pelk's in left, Emilio Corona in center, Easton Jones in right. On the infield, Dylan Linas at third base, Tyler Young at short, Patrick Roche at second. Cuba Bess is the first baseman, and behind the plate doing the catching is David Whittle. For tonight's starting righty, he is Troy Percival's son. It is the minor league veteran Cole Percival who takes the mound for a 6th time and for a 3rd start. He pitched against the Ballers last Wednesday and picked up his first win of the year since joining the club not too long ago from the Lexington Legends in the Atlantic League. His numbers thus far, a 4.09 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, only 4 walks for Percival. And on Wednesday, when he last faced Oakland, he threw 5 innings of 2-run ball, allowed 4 hits and 4 walks, struck out 3. He received good run support and limited the damage and held Oakland to just those 2 runs in the victory. The Coast are 7-0 to start the second half, 44-11 in the regular season. They've won 11 in a row, and they can match their season-long win streak with a victory tonight, which would be their 12th in a row. Ballers in the road greens today. Ballers in block lettering colored in yellow across the chest with the yellow-colored numbers on the back, and Oakland in white on the top of those backs of the jerseys. Calora digs in, left-handed bat, and the first pitch fastball is at 92 at the belt for a called strike 1. First pitch delivered at 6:35 p.m., right on the dot here at Blair Field at Long Beach State. Percival works from the stretch on the third base side of the rubber. He is standing in the sun, and the righty's 0-1. Is a fastball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. It seems like with each and every 6:35 start, it begins with the pitcher in the sun and the plate and the batter's boxes in the shade. Mustached righty is set at the belt. He has a high leg kick, and he comes home. Calora swings and misses at a changeup, and he's behind now 1-2. Jaden batting leadoff for the first time this season. Aaron Miles switching things up at the leadoff spot while Tremaine Cobb remains sidelined with the knee injury. Cobb, who was placed on the injured list on Friday, will be out for at least 10 days. 1-2 on Calora. Percival kicks and throws. And Clora smacks the ball to right, hit well. Jones got a late break, but then recovers and tracks it down in the gap for out number 1. Ball was struck well by Calora, and Jones stumbled a bit out of the gates, but then recovered and regained his footing to make the catch, and there's one gone for Isai Santos. Santos hitting .304, 9 home runs, 36 batted in for the second-year baller. First pitch to the lefty is a changeup on the inside corner for a called strike 1. Our game time temperature today, very comfortable, crystal clear conditions, 81 degrees. A slight breeze at about 10 or so miles an hour blowing out in favor of the offense. 0-1, swing and a miss. Change up, and Santos swung underneath it. It's 0-2. The umpires for tonight, calling balls and strikes, is Scott Ginger. Joe Shields, the crew chief, is at third, and Brandon Hastings is at first base. Jeter Ibarra waits on deck. No score, 1 out, base is empty. Just underway here in Long Beach. Percival set, now the 0-2. And a changeup is blocked in the dirt by Whittle. 1-2 on Santos. Percival stands at 6'5", 220 pounds. 27-year-old from Riverside, California. Troy Percival's son, who has spent plenty of time in the minors with 5 different. Here's the 1-2. Santos belts the ball to left. It's carrying Pelk back just shy of the track, and he gets twisted around but makes the catch just at the front edge of the warning track, and there's 2 away. He has spent time in the Dodgers, Angels, D-backs, Twins, and Yankees farm systems. 5 years in the minors. He started out this year in the Mexican League with Los Charros de Jalisco before eventually playing for the Lexington Legends in the Atlantic League. Here's Ibarra. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Eventually, Long Beach traded for him. His dad traded for his son for a player to be named later back on June 26th. And because he has more than 3 years of Pioneer League experience, he is their franchise pitcher. 1-0 is a breaking ball a bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Ibarra. He's the team's batting average, home runs, and RBI leader. .351, 22 homers, 60 batted in. Percival's 2-0 is down and in. 3 balls and no strikes. Ibarra yesterday went 1 for 3. He was also intentionally walked in the 3rd inning, which ended up working for the Coast. He was walked with 2 outs intentionally to set up a fielder's choice grounder to Noah Blythe. 3-0 fastball taken right down the pipe for a strike, 3-1. Pioneer League's home run leader with 22 homers, and he's tied for second in the league in extra base hits with 41. A belt high set, 3-1. Ibarra gets twisted around and swings and misses at a down and in slider, and it's a full count. 0-0 our score. 2 outs, bases clear here in the top of the first. Long Beach hoping to secure another series win against the Ballers. After using his timeout, Ibarra gets back in, stares at Percival, who is set on the mound, and the right-hander deals the 3-2. Ibarra foul tips the ball into the glove of Whittle for strike 3, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Cole Percival to begin his night here at Blair Field. We head to the bottom of the first, scoreless, and when we come back, Reed Butts takes the mound for the Ballers here on Ballers Radio. Bottom one, no score here in Long Beach. Here's the starting lineup for the Coast, as announced by Troy Percival. It's brought to you by Rubenstein. Eddie Pelk, the left fielder, leads off. Patrick Roche, the second baseman, bats second. Cuba Best, the first baseman, is third. Emilio Corona, the cleanup man, is in center. Jacob Jablonski, the DH, hits fifth. Easton Jones, the right fielder, bats sixth. Dylan Lena, the third baseman, hits seventh. David Whittle, the catcher, bats eighth. And Tyler Young, the shortstop, bats ninth. Defensively for Oakland, this is how they align. Tristan Moore in left, Isai Santos in center, Jaden Calora in right. On the infield, Jake Allgaier at third base, Brendan O'Sullivan at short, Nick Leahy at second, Cheater Ibarra at first base, and behind the plate doing the catching is Connor Smith. For tonight's starting lefty, it's the third-year baller, Reed Butts. The southpaw delivers the first pitch fastball at the knees for a called strike one. This is Reed's second start as a baller since rejoining the team last week from Sioux City. 0-1. Pelk gets a grounder to second. It's a knee-high hop for Leahy, and he throws out Pelk to collect the first downs. Butts in that start against Long Beach last Thursday. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits and 5 walks with 4 strikeouts in a no decision. The pitch count was high in that start for Butts. As here's Patrick Roche, the second baseman. Right-handed bat, first pitch. Fastball misses inside for ball one. Roche hitting .309, 6 home runs, 35 batted in for the Long Beach middle infielder. The pitch is a changeup at the knees for a called strike one. 92 pitches were delivered by Butts on Thursday against Long Beach, and only 48 of them found the strike zone. So he's hoping for better control and better command today. 1-1. Roche hits a fly ball down the right field line, and it'll sail out of play. 1-2 on Roche. Butts, 27 years of age, from Rockford, Illinois. Third season with Oakland. It's a matchup between 2 franchise pitchers. Percival for Long Beach, Butts for Oakland. Left-handers 1-2. Is hit in the air to left center. It's carrying. Santos is at the warning track, and he makes the backhanded grab just shy of the wall for the second out. Ball was struck very well by Roche. And again, with the wind blowing out slightly towards the outfield, it's going to favor hitters today. Luckily, Santos had enough room. 2 outs for Cuba Bess, the first baseman. First pitch to the lefty is a fastball outside for ball one. Butts began the year in Sioux City with the Explorers in the American Association. 1-0. Best takes a fastball low, 2-0. Didn't have the success that he had hoped for after the last 2 years in Oakland. The ERA was above 8 in just over 40 innings pitched. 2-0. Bess skies one high on the infield. On the left side for the third baseman, Allgaier, who backpedals and makes the catch over by where the shortstop O'Sullivan would usually play. That ball kept pushing Allgaier back and back and back, and he stayed with it despite the pop-up's momentum, and the inning is over. Nice job by Butts. A 1-2-3 first for the lefty, and we head to the second, scoreless here in Long Beach on Ballers Radio. Top of the second inning, Ballers up to bat, beginning with Tristan Moore. No score. Time now for our Caltrans keys to the game. And my keys to the game for today, number one for the staff, put them away. It's a Long Beach team in a Long Beach lineup that loves to battle and see deep counts as Moore swings and pops up the first pitch in the foul ground on the third base side. Lena, the third baseman, makes the catch behind the coach's box. And there's quickly one away as Moore pops out to third, fouls out to third to be more exact. So the pitchers need to be able to put Long Beach's hitters away more efficiently tonight. And number two, no wasted chances on offense. Alluded to it in the pregame. Oakland is batting .212 with runners in scoring position. The Ballers need to be better with runners in scoring position today if they want to have any chance of grabbing their first win here in Long Beach. Those are my keys to the game. They are presented by Caltrans. Allgaier takes a strike down the middle, 0-1 against Cole Percival. Allgaier hitting .320, 9 home runs, 38 batted in for the switch hitting third baseman, 0-1. Fastball a little bit low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Allgaier reached base twice yesterday. He was hit by a pitch, and he doubled to extend his on-base streak to 10 games. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, but Allgaier is going to use a challenge.
The Red Pocket Global Strike Zone Challenge is overturned to a ball. The Ballers have 2 challenges remaining.
Allgaier got the challenge correct. The pitch was off the plates. Wasn't really much of a debate about that. Seemed to be well outside in real time. 2-1 on Allgaier. The pitch is hit high and fairly deep to left, but now it sends Pelk in, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting second baseman, 23, Nick Leahy.
Here's Leahy. Nick is hitting .287, 9 home runs, 32 batted in. A 1-for-4 effort yesterday. First pitch from Percival is a fastball outside, check swing, no appeal from the catcher Whittle. So Leahy holds up, it's ball 1. A base hit from Leahy extended his hit streak to 5 games. Percival's 1-0 is cut on a miss. High and tight fastball at 92. 1 ball, 1 strike. Percival will come at you with 5 pitches in his arsenal. Fastball that right now is sitting in the low 90s. It's touched 92, 93. He's got a slider, changeup, cutter, and a sinker. Percival holds at the belt. Right-handers 1-1. Is a fastball off the corner outside. And we have a challenge from the pitcher, Percival. He initiates the challenge.
The Red Pocket Global Strike Zone Challenge.
And he's going to get it right.
The Red Pocket Global Strike Zone Challenge is overturned to a strike. The Coast have 2 challenges remaining.
It just clipped the outside corner. And he didn't hesitate to initiate that challenge. It was actually the home plate umpire, Scott Ginger, who didn't see the challenge initially. And the pitcher, Percival, said, hey, I want to challenge that pitch. For getting Ginger's attention. 1-2. Here it is. And Leahy takes a breaking ball on the outside for a called strike 3. 6 up, 6 down to begin the day for Cole Percival. And we head to the bottom of the second. Ballers and Coast scoreless here on Ballers Radio. Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in Long Beach. Reed Butts toes the slab once again for the Ballers, and the lefty's first pitch to Emilio Corona is a fastball low for ball one. Only 6 pitches needed needed 4 bunts in that first inning. The 1-0 to Corona is bounced up the middle, and Butts spears it head high. He heads over to first and underhands the ball to Ibarra for out number 1. Cat-like reflexes from Reed that time on that hard hit comebacker up the middle. Thankfully, it took a bounce and allowed Reed just enough time to reach up and make the play. One away for Jablonski. Jablonski, a switch hitter, batting from the right side. First pitch to Jablonski is a fastball on the outside, called a strike, going 1. Last year, Butts recorded a 5.3 ERA in 17 starts. The 0-1. Jablonski takes a changeup at the knees for a called strike, and he'd like to challenge the call. And Long Beach is going to lose the challenge here.
Strike zone challenge is confirmed a strike.
Beautiful changeup, just nicking the lower part of the zone, and Long Beach is now down to 1 challenge left for the rest of the game. 0-2 on Jablonski. Butts delivers, and Jablonski pops it up foul. 5.3 ERA last year for Reed. 90 innings pitched, 70 strikeouts. He was second on the team in innings pitched, and he was 14th in the league in that category. 0-2. Changeup misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is a hope with Butts back in the rotation. The Ballers coaching staff and front office optimistic that he can eat innings. The 1-2 is tapped foul back behind the plate. Still 1-2 on Jablonski. The hope is that he can be plugged right back into the rotation, and of course he had to get his first start out of the way, just figuring himself out, trying to regain the confidence. 1-2, changeup, knee high, called strike 3. That's his best pitch. That changeup is a beauty, and it's framed well by Smith at the knees for his first strikeout of the day. 2 away for Easton Jones, the right fielder. No score, last of the second. Base is empty. It's the right fielder Jones, the rookie out of BYU. Right-handed bat crowning the plate. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Last year, the Ballers did well whenever he started games. In his 17 starts, they won 12 of those starts when he threw. Lefties 1-0. Jones blasts a fly ball to deep right center. Calora racing back, looking up. There it goes. It is gone. And with that home run, that is the first professional homer for Easton Jones, the rookie out of BYU. And after he crosses the plate, his dugout is going to give him the silent treatment in that first base dugout. Nobody acknowledging him as he heads back into the dugouts. They all have their backs turned away from the home run hitter, and now they all mob him and congratulate him in the dugouts. A moment of silence for their rookie as he takes butts deep, 406 feet to right center, and the Coast lead 1-0. Lena takes a fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Right-handed bat, another rookie out of Long Beach State. The pitch spiked in the dirt. It's 1-1 on Lena. 107 miles an hour off the bat and 406 feet the distance for a guy that hit 14 home runs this past year at BYU. The 1-1. Lena takes low. 2 balls and a strike. So a 2-out homer. Long Beach with the early lead, 1-0 here in the second. 2-1 on Lena. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup from Butts, and it's 2-2. Butts gave up a pair of homers on Thursday against Long Beach. Lefty's 2-2 is cut on and missed for strike 3. Butts pulls the string with another changeup. Second strikeout of the night for Butts, but he gives up the 2-out solo homer to Easton Jones, the rookie. It's his first professional homer, and he gives Long Beach a 1-0 lead through 2 innings here on Ballers Radio. Top of the third inning here from Long Beach. It's the Coast 1 and the Ballers 0 after the first professional homer hit by Easton Jones off Reed Butts. Cam Buford to lead off, followed by Connor Smith and Brendan O'Sullivan against Cole Percival, who has pitched 2 perfect innings thus far on this Wednesday. Right-on-right matchup. First pitch from Percival is fouled down the right field line by Cam for strike 1. This is his first start back from the injured list. He did pinch hit yesterday and grounded into a fielder's choice with 2 men on. 0-1 to Buford. Fastball is high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. A .264 batter, 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in for the second-year baller. 1-1. Fastball is low. 2-1. He had been dealing with a bit of a knee issue, and before that was nursing a shoulder issue, which kept him off the field or playing in the field for the first half of the year. 2-1. Fastball outside corner called a strike. 2-2. But towards the end of that first half, Aaron Miles placed him in the outfield for a handful of starts, mostly in left, a couple of starts in right. Percival holds, and the righty's 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. There's a good changeup from Percival, and he's got his third strikeout. 1 out for Connor Smith. Smith getting the start behind the plate, hitting .273 to start his pro career. 2 home runs, 8 batted in. First pitch is a changeup at the belt for a called strike 1. Got off to a solid start, has cooled down a little bit since. He's 2 for his last 17. 0-1. Fastball leaves it up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Percival started his pro career with the Dodgers as an undrafted free agent. Signed with the Dodgers back in 2020. 1-1 is knuckled off the end of the bat. Picked up by the pitcher, Percival, and he throws it away. And Smith runs into the first baseman, Bess. The ball ricochets off the padding. It's picked up by the second baseman, Roche. And let's hope Smith and Bess are okay. They both tap hands and appear to be all right. Luckily, Smith wasn't running at full speed. As soon as he realized that he was going to collide with Bess, he pulled up at the last second to avoid what would have been a pretty nasty collision. And meanwhile, for Percival, he received that comebacker and then wound up like he was going to throw a fastball to Bess, and that just sailed on him. So it's officially an error on Percival, and it brings up Brendan O'Sullivan. First pitch to Brendan is a fastball on the inside for a called strike. And he's going to challenge, or I think he didn't want to challenge, but it's too late. He challenged it. Did O'Sullivan mean the challenge? I don't know if he was just trying to adjust his helmet or if he tapped the helmet and then realized, oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Well, either way, Scott Ginger saw a tap to the helmet and then pointed at the dugout to signal that a challenge had been initiated. Here's a fastball outside for ball 1. So 1 challenge left for both sides moving forward. 1-1 on O'Sullivan. Percival throws, and O'Sullivan takes a strike, 1-2. I think it was one of those situations where O'Sullivan kind of instinctively just tapped the helmet and then realized, oh, I didn't want to do that. But by then it was too late. The umpire saw him touch the helmet. 1-2. Hit on the ground to third, fielded by Lena. He bobbles it, picks up the baseball, throws to first, and Bess can't scoop it out. Whittle, the catcher, is there to back up the errant throw. And a pair of errors committed by Long Beach as Oakland in business here in this third. Smith to second. O'Sullivan at first with 1 out. And this will prompt a mound visit from Cole's dad, Troy Percival. The manager walks out to the mound, and I think this is not just going to be a mound visit to his son, but also a message for his infield here to clean things up. You don't typically see Long Beach be sloppy with the baseball. For a team that's over 30 games above 500. So an E1 and an E5. The first 2 base runners of the game for Oakland. No hits yet. And it's Jaden Calora, their contact man at the plate here with men on second and first and 1 down. First pitch to Calora is a breaking ball high and outside for ball 1. First chance with runners in scoring position today. Oakland was hitless with runners in scoring position last night. 0 for 7. A glance at second twice by Percival. Now the 1-0. Fastball called a strike at the belt. 1-1 on Calora. Ballers are batting .212 with runners in scoring position here in the second half. The offense has been stagnant with traffic on the bases so far. Trying to change that today. Here's the 1-1. Calora rolls it to first. It's backhanded by Bess. He throws to second for one. The turn to first, not in time. Smith to third. O'Sullivan forced out, and credit Calora for his hustle to beat out the throw from the shortstop Young. A 3-6 fielder's choice extends the inning, and it gives Isai Santos a chance here to potentially tie the game or put Oakland in front. Isai flying out to left in his first at-bat. Percival's first pitch is sent foul back behind the plate for strike one. Santos is second on the team in extra base hits and one of 23 in the league with at least 30 extra base hits. 0-1. Flied foul off to the left, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Long Beach holds a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. Men on the corners, 2 outs. Percival trying to work his way out of some third inning adversity. He shakes a couple of times, now nods, gets the sign he wants, and he comes home with the 0-2. Santos checks a swing on a high fastball on the appeal. The third base umpire, Joe Shields, says he did not go. 1-2. G.D. Ibarra waits on deck. Santos should get some good pitches to hit as he's protected by Ibarra. 1-2. Chopped to first, right at Bess, and the first baseman barely has to move. He steps on the bag, and the side is retired. Ballers strand a pair in the third and do not score. Home half of the third coming up. It's 1-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio.
Leading off, catcher number 17, David Whittle.
Home half of the third inning. Long Beach up to bat. They lead 1-0 on the Ballers on this Wednesday night. First pitch from Reed Butts is a fastball at the knees for a called strike one. Let's take a look at their Pacific Pipe climb to the PBL standings update. 2 remaining undefeated teams here in this second half as Butts delivers the 0-1. And Whittle hits a hard grounder right at the second baseman Leahy. Was shaded up the middle, and he throws out Whittle. 2 pitches, 1 out here in this third for Butts. Long Beach and Modesto are 7-0 to start the second half. Coast have won 11 in a row. Modesto has won 7 in a row. Billings right behind them at 6-1. Their long winning streak came to an end yesterday as they fell to Great Falls. Boise and Missoula at 5-2. Those two teams hunting for playoff spots in the second half. Here's Young. Right-handed bat takes a changeup at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. And the Ballers will host Boise in 2 days. The Hawks will be in town this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 0-1. Young hits a slow roller to O'Sullivan. He collects the short hop, throws to first, and it's in time. 2 down for the leadoff man, Pelk. 6:35 first pitch on Friday, a 4:05 first pitch on, not 4:05, 4:35. 6:35 Friday, 4:35 Saturday, 1:05 Sunday as the Ballers take on the Boise Hawks. Tickets available online at oaklandballers.com. The first pitch to Pelk is a fastball down and away, ball 1. Pelk bounced out to second in his first at-bat against Butts. Lefty's 1-0 is bounced to second, and it's through into right center for a base hit. Ball is bobbled by Calora, but he gets the ball in quickly to second base. Pelk is held to a single with 2 down. And Patrick Roche will bat with 2 outs and a man on first. With Long Beach ahead, 1-0. Roche flying out to deep left center in his first at-bat. First pitch is a changeup low and in for ball 1. Roche, the rookie out of Boston College, 24-year-old who spent 5 years with the Eagles out at Boston College. 1-0. Slide step that time from Butts, but he misses low in the dirt, and it's 2-0. He's been a useful weapon for Troy Percival this year, playing all sorts of positions on the infield. Shortstop, third, second base. 2-0. Fastball is outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And Cuba Bess is waiting on deck. (3-0). There's a fastball at the knees for a called strike 1, 3-1. And Dan Silver, Ice Cold Kenny, reminding me that Michael O'Hara will be back in Oakland. Of course, Michael on the team last year as part of that championship squad, and look to host him this weekend and give him a nice welcome back. Here's a pitch low for ball 4. Butts thought the changeup was at the knees. Instead, it's a 2-out walk that pushes Pelk to second. It's the first walk issued by Butts, and now he's got to face the dangerous Cuba Bess, the team's home run and RBI leader. 17 home runs, 78 batted in. First pitch to the lefty is a fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Tied for second in the league in RBI, and he's tied for 4th in home runs. Butts is 0-1. Bess swings and fouls it down the left field line. No balls and 2 strikes on the former Red Sox and Rockies farmhand. (119 career games in the minors with the Rockies and Red Sox. Belt high set, and the pitch from Butts on the way. Bess fouls it back into the screen. That was a good fastball in on his hands. But Cuba Best is such a tough out. He's one of the older players in this league at just 28, not just, he is 28 years of age. 0-2. Best lines it down the line, foul. Down the third base side, 0-2. So he has seen just about every level, at least in the lower levels of the minors, between rookie ball and A-ball pitching. Last year he played for Grand Junction for Frank Gonzalez with the Jackalopes. 0-2. Breaking ball is taken high. 1-2 on Bess. One and two. 1-0 Long Beach here in the bottom of the third. A belt high set from Bunts, and the lefties 1-2 is flied to left. The left fielder Moore comes in to make the catch, and the inning is over. Nice job by Reed. After a 2-out single and a walk, he gets a fly out against Long Beach's best bat today, and he is out of the frame. Fourth inning coming up. It's 1-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to Blair Field down here in Long Beach. It's the second game of this 3-game road trip for the Ballers, as Ibarra leads off against Cole Percival. First pitch is a breaking ball low, ball one. Ibarra, Moore, and Allgaier, the 3, 4, and 5 bats against Percival, who has allowed just 2 base runners through 3 innings. 1-0. Ibarra hits a hard ground ball in the right for a base hit. And that is the first hit off Percival today. It extends Ibarra's team best hit streak to 22 games. Entered the night batting .425 over the span. The 2 base runners that Percival allowed came off errors, one committed by him and one committed by the third baseman Lena. So Ibarra's at first with the single. Here's Tristan Moore. And the first pitch fastball is down and in for ball one. Moore is still looking for his first pro hit. The rookie out of Point Loma Nazarene went 0 for 3 yesterday. And he popped out to third in his first at-bat today. 1-0. Moore takes high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. San Diego native Moore stayed close to home by attending Point Loma Nazarene, and we have a mound visit here from the catcher Whittle, a pitcher-catcher only mound visit and discussion between Whittle and Percival. Only about an hour, 45-minute drive from here in Long Beach to Point Loma Nazarene. So a very convenient drive for Moore to make his way up here to Long Beach for this series after he signed the contract yesterday. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch is taken at the knees for a called strike with the fastball, 2-1. And he was one of the best hitters in Division II. A 376 batting average, a 710 slugging for Moore. Long hold by Percival, the 2-1. And Moore stares at a fastball outside. It's ball 3. 23 doubles, 17 homers, 77 runs batted in, which is a program single season record at Point Loma. 3-1 on Moore. Here it is. And Moore fouls it off over towards third. It's 3-2. He was named a National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association All-American with his performance this past year, and he helped lead Point Loma to the NCAA Division II World Series in Cary, North Carolina. 3-2, nobody out. Ibarra at first. Now Percival steps off the rubber. Don't think Ibarra will be on the move in this situation here. 3-2, nobody out. He does not go, and Moore fouls it off over towards Allgaier waiting on deck. Point Loma, one of the best D2 schools in baseball right now. They have 3 World Series appearances in the last 5 years. Full count pitch to Moore. Is fouled off over towards the Long Beach on deck circle. Tristan Moore trying to earn his first hit as a pro against a 5-year pro in Cole Percival, former minor league arm. Is ready. And Ibarra runs. The pitch is inside with a fastball, ball 4.
Now batting third baseman, number 15, Jake Allgaier.
Moore with a keen eye at the plate. He draws the walk, and one in that bat. That had to have been at least 8 pitches, and it was. Ballers have the first 2 men on in the 4th for Jake Allgaier. Switch hitter batting from the left side. First pitch is smacked to center on the line, but right at the center fielder Corona, who backpedals and makes the catch for the first outs. Allgaier gets unlucky that time as he ripped that 104 miles an hour off the bat. But Corona didn't have to move too far to make the catch. There's one away. So far, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Can Nick Leahy capitalize here with Ibarra at second and Moore at first? Ballers down by 1. Percival's first pitch is cut on and missed on a slider for strike 1. Leahy struck out looking in his first at-bat. A belt high set, and now an inside move forces Ibarra back to the bag. Percival has been in just about every league in the minors. In the AA Texas League, the High A Midwest League, AA Southern League, 0-1. Leahy slams it foul down the right field line, 0-2. The AA Eastern League, he did reach as high as AAA St. Paul. Only 3 appearances with the Saints, who are the AAA affiliate of the Twins. He was most recently in the Twins organization at the Cedar Rapids Colonels. 0-2 on Leahy, the pitch. Slider misses low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ballers trying to score their first run this week here in Long Beach after being shut out yesterday. The 1-2 is swung on a miss for strike 3. Leahy goes down on the slider, and Percival picks up his 4th strikeout of the night. 2 down for Buford. Well, Long Beach has pitched back-to-back shutouts. They shut out Yuba on Sunday, shut out Oakland yesterday. If you combine the 2 shutout frames they dealt to end the game on Saturday against Yuba, as Buford stares at a fastball outside for ball 1. Include the 18 innings of shutout baseball the last 2 games, and then the 3 so far. That's 23 consecutive shutout frames delivered by Long Beach. 1-0 to Buford. Breaking ball smacked. Right center field. Corona ranges over and makes the catch in the gap. And that ends the inning. Ballers put men on second and first with nobody out, and they fail to score here in the 4th. Bottom 4 coming up. It's 1-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. Last of the 4th here from Blair Field. It's 1-0 Coast, our score. Reed Butts back on the mound. 32 pitches through 3 frames, and he deals a first pitch ball high and outside to Emilio Corona for ball 1. Corona, Jablonski, and Jones, middle of the order against Butts. Right-handed bat awaits the 1-0, and he smacks a line drive on a hop. It's past the backhanded second baseman Leahy, and it goes into center for a base hit. Wow, watch out, Reed. 105 off the bat of Corona, and it was about head high, just a bit to his left, buzzing his tower. Leahy did have a shot at it, but it just couldn't quite sneak into his glove on the backhand. Third hit of the game for Long Beach. Here comes Jablonski to DH. And the first pitch breaking ball is in the dirt. 4-1. It is Pacific Islander night here in Long Beach. Very festive atmosphere and mood pregame. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1-1 strike. There's a couple hula dancers that danced pregame and now are enjoying the action right behind home plate. 1-1. Jablonski rolls it softly to third. Allgaier collects, throws to second for one out. Leahy's turn to first. It's in time for a double play. A delayed call from Brandon Hastings at first base as he had to make sure that Ibarra held the bag on that high throw. But Reed Butts receives what he was looking for. A double play. 5-4-3, Allgaier, Leahy to Ibarra. 2 outs for Easton Jones. He was driven in the only run thus far with a solo homer to right center. First offering, fastball, knee high, called a strike. 0-1. 406-foot homer hit by Jones. His first pro homer. 0-1. Slide step from Butts, but he misses in the dirt. 1-1 strike. A really nice solo performance from a singer today. 1-1. Jones takes a changeup at the knees for a called strike. It's 1-2. And I Shazammed his performance pregame. His name is, hopefully I'm saying this right, Siausi. Island reggae artist born in Oahu. 1-2. Changeup is low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He has spent 2 decades in the music industry. That's spelled Siaosi. He put on a heck of a show with a little island reggae performance in front of the crowd. 2-2. Jones whacks it foul off of his foot. Count remains 2-2. Siaosi, Siausi. He actually did 2 performances. I guess one was a rehearsal that all of us here in the stadium were able to enjoy before the gates were open to the general public. And then he performed his actual performance in front of the crowd pregame. It had me moving and grooving a little bit. 2-2. Got him swinging, strike 3. A high heater from Reed Butts. It's his 3rd strikeout of the day, and he faces the minimum in the 4th. Big smile from Butts as he walks off the mound. Ballers need runs. As we head to the 5th, it's 1-0 Long Beach here on Ballers Radio. We are through 4 here in Long Beach. Beautiful night once again for baseball. I think I've said that with each and every game. We've been down here in Long Beach. We cannot complain at all about the weather down here. 1-0 Coast, 5th inning. Connor Smith waves and misses at the first pitch fastball from Percival for strike 1. It's Smith, O'Sullivan, and Calora. The 8-9 and 1 bats queued up for Oakland. We're down 1-0. A 1 from Percival. Breaking ball, outside corner, taken for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. I'm Gareth Kwok for Ballers Radio. Appreciate you tuning in. Let me know in the chat what everyone's up to on this Wednesday night. What everyone is doing while they have Ballers baseball in the background. 0-2. High fastball check swing. Did he go? I don't think he did. He did not. After the appeal to first. 1-2. Smith reached on an error by the pitcher Percival back in the 3rd. He hit a nubber back to Percival, and then he threw wildly over the head of Bess, the first baseman. He was the first base runner of the game for Oakland. The 1-2 is lifted high in the foul ground on the first base side. Bess, the first baseman, gives it a look at it, glances the netting for a foul ball. 1-2. Sun slowly setting here in Long Beach. The 1-2. Breaking ball taken low. Wow. Impressive take from Smith. That was a very well executed slider that enticed Smith, but he laid off. It's 2-2. It's a good take from the rookie. Still has to protect. 2-2. And the pitch. Check swing, foul down the first base line. By now, the entire field covered in the shade. No glare to speak right now, at least for the time being. Third baseman Lena is protecting the line. The 2-2. Smith checks the swing on a high fastball, and on the appeal, the first base umpire, Brandon Hastings, says he swung. I don't know about that. No argument from the Ballers dugout. But it certainly looked like it was right in the middle there. Smith comes out on the wrong end of that appeal. 5 strikeouts for Percival. There's 1 down for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan reached on an error by the third baseman, Lena, his first time around. The pitch is lined in the right center, and that falls for a base hit. Brendan O'Sullivan keeps reaching base over the stretch. He's batting .380 in July. Saw a first pitch fastball and lined it sharply in the right center. Tying runs aboard for Jaden Calora. He admitted that it took him a couple of weeks to get back into his groove after taking a little bit of time off from the college season while at the University of the Pacific. First pitch to Calora is a changeup at the knees for a called strike 1. But now it seems like O'Sullivan is in his midseason form. Belt high set. Percival lifts the leg, the 0-1. Calora takes a changeup on the outside for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. First time Calora is in the leadoff spot today, this season. And it's his first time playing right field this year. 0-2 coming. Calora hits it foul off to the left. 0-2. Fastball is high. 1-2. Right now, Percival has delivered 63 pitches. 1-2. Calora takes just off the corner outside with a changeup. That's a good take from Calora. 2-2. So Percival has been efficient. Martin only went 5, even though it felt like he could have gone further in that start yesterday. The 2-2 popped up behind the plate and out of play. And look, they could go another inning. He probably could have gone another inning yesterday, but Troy Percival is playing the long game here. His team's already locked up a spot in the postseason, and he's operating with a 6-man rotation in this second half to keep his starters fresh. 2-2. Calora lines it foul down the left field line. So you don't have to stretch your guys as long as perhaps other teams that are maybe vying for spots like an Oakland or a Boise or a Missoula. Sort of the luxury that you possess when you win the first half. Runner goes. No, he does not. And Calora fouls the pitch down the line and left. I don't know if that was a hit and run or if O'Sullivan just wanted to try out a jump there at first before then slamming the brakes. But right now, Calora and Percival in the battle. This ought to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat or 9th pitch of the at-bat. 2-2, runner goes. And Calora fouls it off of his foot. Ouch. He's hobbling out of the box a little bit. Now walking around the plate with no noticeable gimp or limp. But yeah, this would be a good time to send the runner. Trying to put the ball in play to avoid a double play. Calora's going to use a timeout. Ball whacking his foot off contact. Long Beach 1, Oakland nothing. 1 out, top 5. O'Sullivan holds his lead at first. Percival throws, and Calora hits a fly ball to center. Corona barely has to move, just 2 steps back to make the catch, and there's 2 down. Man, another well-struck ball by a baller, and it finds the glove of Corona. Look, there's only been 2 hits in this game, but it feels like there should be, at least 5 or 6 with some of these balls and how hard they have been hit today. There's 2 outs for Santos. First pitch. Eastside takes high with a heater, ball 1. Calora's stung 1. Allgaier has stung 1. Calora's hit the ball hard 2 times. One out. Santos rips one on the line in the right, and that drops in for a hit. O'Sullivan stops at second. Santos extends his hit streak to 6 games. And the Ballers have men on second and first for the Pioneer League's home run leader. And you can't intentionally walk him now, or maybe they will. I don't know. What does Troy Percival want to do here? He's going to pitch to Ibarra. Yesterday, there were men at second and third with the base empty at first. Ibarra was intentionally walked to put Blythe at the plate, but here he's not going to do that. Inside move from Percival forces O'Sullivan back to the bag. Biggest at-bat so far of the game. Here's the first pitch to Ibarra from Percival. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And Percival wants to talk with Whittle behind the plates. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me too if they just pitch around Ibarra and pitch him carefully here. This might be a conversation like, hey, we're not going to give him something good to hit. And if there's going to be a guy that's going to beat us here, it's going to have to be the rookie on deck more. But maybe you can play around on the outside corner and see if Ibarra will chase something and hit something weakly on the ground or in the air. 1 ball, no strikes. A look at second twice. Now the pitch. And Ibarra takes a changeup on the outside for a strike, 1-1. That was well placed by Percival. And they might just pound that outside corner with off-speed pitches to see if Ibarra will swing away. He singled back in the fourth. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And there's another changeup that Ibarra fished at. 1-2. Ibarra now on a 22-game hit streak with that fourth inning single. Now he's got to protect. 1 ball, 2 strikes in a 1-run game. O'Sullivan at second, the tying run. Santos at first, the go-ahead run. 1-2. Ibarra hits it hard on the ground to first, but right at best. He shuffles to the bag, steps on it, and the inning is over. Percival works his way around the pair of hits and gets Ibarra to ground out. Halfway home here in Long Beach, it's 1-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. Bottom 5 here from Blair Field. Home of not only the Long Beach Coast, but also Long Beach State during the collegiate baseball season. It's 1-0 Coast on the Ballers. And Dylan Lena takes a ball in the dirt for ball 1 against Reed Bunce. Reed has been sharp thus far. 4 innings, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk on just 43 pitches. Lefty's 1-0 is sent in the air to deep left center. On the move is Moore. He closes the gap and makes the catch for out number 1. Time now to chat with G and TP. Feel free to put your answer in the chat if you're on YouTube or if you're on the Home Team Network. We'll give you a little bit of time to get over there so you can insert your answer to today's question. I've learned that today on this July the 22nd, back in 1933, Here's the first pitch to Whittle. It's high for ball one. So, is that 93 years ago? The Aviator Wiley Post landed at Floyd Bennett Field in New York City. Fastball is low 2-0, which completed the first solo flight around the world in 7 days, 18 hours, and 45 minutes. 2-0. Fastball is inside, ball three. And so my question for today, if you were to go on a solo flight around the world, 3-0. There's a fastball in the low outside corner for a strike, 3-1. If you were to be the Aviator Wiley Post 93 years ago, and you were to complete a solo flight around the world, where in the world would you go? Pitch to Whittle is bounced to third. Fair ball for Allgaier. His throw from foul ground is in time. They got him. Show off the arm, Jake Allgaier. A deep chopper to third. He crossed the foul line, and on the fly, no one bounce to Ibarra or two bounce to Ibarra. That was on the fly from foul ground to get the catcher Whittle by a step. Very nicely done. There's two away for Tyler Young. First pitch to Young is a fastball on the outside for a strike. 0-1. So where would you go in the world if you were to complete a solo flight as Wiley posted 93 years ago? Here's a fastball swung on and missed. It's no balls and two strikes on Tyler Young. 1-0 Long Beach our score with 2 outs and the base is empty here in the last of the fifth. No balls and 2 strikes. Long hold by Butts. Now the pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3. He gets him on a changeup. Reed Butts has 4 strikeouts. 5 strong, 4 Butts in the books, just 1 run allowed. And now his offense needs to provide some run support. 1-0 Coast as we head to the 6th here on Ballers Radio. Top 6 here from Long Beach. It's Tristan Moore to lead off against Cole Percival. The first pitch heater finds the inside for a called strike 1. 1-0 Coast, our score. 25 consecutive scoreless innings have been tossed by Long Beach since Saturday. 0-1. Moore fouls the pitch off the glove of Whittle behind the plate. 0-2. And the Ballers have been shut out for the last 14 innings. 9 yesterday, 5 today. In desperate need of a run. Down by 1. 0-2. Moore fouls it off down the left field line. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Couple defensive changes for Long Beach during the break. Robert Pitts takes over in right field now for the Coast. And moving from right to third is Easton Jones. 0-2. Moore takes in the dirt. 1-2. Dylan Lena, the starting third baseman, now out of the game. Moore is still looking for his first pro hit. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. Percival winds and throws. Moore bloops it. Shallow third. Jones, the third baseman, makes the catch as he backpedals and then tumbles onto the ground. Just made the move from right field to third base, and he makes a nice catch on that pop-up in shallow left. 1 down for Allgaier. Well, I see some of you have submitted your answers in the chat for our today's chat GTP question. And if you haven't yet submitted an answer, please feel free to do so. The question today, as we recognize the 93-year anniversary of Wiley Post's solo flight around the world. There's a first pitch ball low. 1 ball and no strikes on Allgaier on this July the 22nd. 1-0 pitch is up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see, who do we got for today? I saw our own Ben Verhoek. I think he submitted Australia. Here's a swing and a miss on the 2-0. 2 balls and a strike. He said Australia because home of the dingoes and didgeridoos and the coolest accents in the world. They do have some of the most unique accents. Swing and a miss on the 2-1 changeup, 2-2. It's like a British accent. Just for whatever reason, I think I could listen to it literally all day. It's like the British commentators during the World Cup. I honestly found myself gravitating more towards the British commentators than the American commentators. In addition to the Telemundo broadcasters. I don't know. I think they just were more energetic, more into it. 2-2. Allgaier bounces it to second. Diving stop by the second baseman. Roche throw to first. That is not in time. Roche laid out to his left to prevent that ball from reaching right, but by the time he got onto his knees and then threw to first, it was too late. It's an infield single for Allgaier to extend his on-base streak to 11 games. And the tying runs at first for Nick Leahy. Jeff Butt said there's an airport in Oklahoma named after Wiley Post, and he's flown there a few times. I didn't know that. Here's Leahy. Fastball misses low for ball 1. Becky Acosta said it would have been cool to fly over the pyramids back in post day. The pitch, cut on and missed. On the fastball, 1-1 on Leahy. Is that really? Jesse Cook, Long Beach announcer, sitting just a few feet to my right. He said he would fly to New Zealand to see the Lord of the Rings filming sites. 1-1 to Leahy. Is a fastball on the outside for a called strike. 1-2. I think Wayne Coburn also had a New Zealand submission. Jesse is also letting us know that Troy Percival has his own personal passenger plane. One ball and two strikes. Here it is. Leahy lays off a slider, blown away, 2-2. I would probably have to say South Africa. And the only reason I'd say South Africa is because I'm someone that really would like to see a safari, like be a part of a safari trip or tour, see the animals in the wild. 2-2, swinging a foul, and that might have nicked Whittle behind the plate and caught him in a sensitive area. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cat Christian says, I'd love to go to Ireland or Scotland. Yeah, I think right around this time of year, it's probably beautiful up there in Ireland or Scotland. I don't know. It's not always that cold up there, is it? Should be. I'm not up to speed on how the weather is around there. But for me, I'd probably say South Africa, so I could see a safari live. 2-2. Leahy bounces it up the middle. Shortstop Young to the second baseman Roach. There's one throw to first in the dirt, dug out by Bess. And the inning is over. 1 out single, but a double play ball ends the frame. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Long Beach 1, Oakland 0 on Ballers Radio.
Last time that I checked, there was my chains on my neck. There was no sweat on my breath. Last time that I checked, there was in the set. Smack, quarter meal, no sweat.
Welcome back to Long Beach. 1-0 our score in favor of the Coast, who are looking to secure a 5th consecutive series victory over the Ballers and what would be their 12th straight victory during this stretch. Here's Eddie Pelk, 3rd time through the lineup for Reed Butts, and the first pitch breaking ball is up and in for ball 1. Time now for our out-of-town scoreboard updates on this Wednesday, the 22nd of July. The 1-0 is a high strike on a slider. 1-1 on Pelk, who's 1 for 2, singled back in the 3rd and then was stranded at 2nd. Butts is 1-1. Is fly to center. Santos doesn't see the baseball. Now he does. Step to his left now, 3 steps back, and he makes the catch. There's one away. Because right now, it's about twilight, and the ball can get lost up there in that twilight sky. It can just kind of disappear. on the way for Roche. The Great Falls Voyagers lead 13-10 on Ogden in the top of the 7th. Glacier leads 9-3 in the 9th against Billings, who are in danger of losing back-to-back games against the Range Riders. Here's the first offering to Roche. Changeup taken at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Missoula and Idaho Falls, that's a good ball game. 9-9 in the top of the 7th. Boise and Yuba Sutter. From Yuba Sutter, it's 1-0 Freebirds in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 in the dirt and inside. It's 1-1 on Roche. And last but not least, Red Pocket is shutting out Modesto 6-0. So if that result holds, Modesto would no longer be undefeated. 1-1 pitch. Roche rolls it foul down the third base line. It's 1-2. Butts today at just 59 pitches through 5 1/3. He's worked efficiently, and he delivers a 1-2. Changeup rolled up the middle. O'Sullivan, the shortstop, gathers, chest high, and he throws him out. 2 down for Cuba Best, the first baseman.
Cuba Best.
Ballers trying to snap this 7-game losing streak. Longest losing streak of the season and in team history. It has been a difficult start to this second half. Here's Bess. First pitch fastball is low and away, ball 1. The absence of Tremaine Cobb has been felt through these first handful of games. After he went down on Thursday, 1-0. Fastball misses away, 2-0. Placed on the injured list on Friday, retroactive to Friday. So the earliest he could be activated would be next Tuesday in Yuba. 2-0 pitch. Bess hits it hard on the ground to second, and Leahy spears it, throws to first in time, inning over. 6 strong for Reed Butts on just 63 pitches. 7th inning coming up. It's 1-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. Top 7 here in Long Beach. Oakland has been shut out through the first 6 innings. Down by a run. It's 1-0 Coast, and Long Beach turns to its bullpen for the first time today. It's a sidearmer, Steven Ordorica, who throws, and Buford rips one right at the third baseman, Jones, who makes the catch chest high for the first out. Golly. Sums up the night right now offensively for the Ballers. A triple-digit exit velocity, 105 miles an hour from Buford, only the fine leather. One away for Smith. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Ordorica, the side armor, the submarine thrower. He is Long Beach's version of Tyler Rogers. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the Frisbee slider. 1-1. This is his team leading 31st appearance of the year. 5.63 ERA. The pitch misses outside with a heater. 2 balls and a strike. I mean, there's been 4 hits for Oakland today. 2-1. Slider, outside corner, taken for a strike, 2-2. But it really feels like the Ballers should have 8 hits in this game. There have been 4 or 5 other hard hit balls that have not found grass. 2-2. Outside, Ordorica pulls the fastball up and away, and it's now a full count on Connor Smith, who's 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and is struck out swinging. Payoff pitch is fouled away into the first base netting. Four hits for Oakland, but they have gone 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Here's the 3-2. Smith takes strike 3 on the low outside corner with the slider. And Smith just clarifying with the home plate umpire, Scott Ginger, if that was on the swing or if that was on the location. And it was on the location. 2 outs for O'Sullivan. Cole Percival with a splendid start. 6 scoreless innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Pitch to O'Sullivan is popped up foul behind the plate for strike 1. It's another solid start by a Long Beach righty, and Percival is in line for the win if the result holds. The 0-1. O'Sullivan pops it up foul towards first, and he's behind 0-2. He's 1 for 2 today with a single in the 5th to the opposite field. 0-2. Fastball is high. 1-2. Jaden Calora is waiting on deck. 1-2. O'Sullivan rolls it softly to third. Jones was playing deep, and he charges and misses the baseball. It goes under his glove. It'll be an infield single for Brendan O'Sullivan, his 2nd hit of the night. He has reached base 3 times today, and Jaden Calora will bat, but likely against another reliever as Troy Percival, walks to the mound. And with lefty warming up in the pen, he has been summoned. Jaden Calora will not face Ordorica, and it'll be interesting to see if Aaron Miles will use someone off the bench to face this lefty. We'll find out all the details when we come back. The tying run's at first with 2 down in the 7th, and Oakland down by 1. 1-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. It's the second reliever of the inning for Long Beach. It's the southpaw Jackson Bird who is in for Troy Percival. And he's looking for the final out of the 7th with O'Sullivan at first. A 1-0 Coast lead here in the 7th. Jaden Calora was due up, but with the lefty now in for Long Beach, Aaron Miles is going to turn to a member off of his bench. It'll be the right-handed bat, Noah Blythe, to bat for Calora here in the 7th. O'Sullivan is the tying run at first, and Blythe loves seeing lefties. He stands in for his first plate appearance today. Left on right, chest high set. First pitch from Bird is very high with the fastball, ball 1. Blythe is hitting .303, 8 home runs, 36 batted in. Bird comes home, and Blythe takes a big curveball at the belt for a strike, 1-1. Started yesterday and went 0 for 4. Santa Clarita, Southern California native. Awaits a 1-1 from Bird. Big breaking ball misses low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Against lefties, Blythe is batting .387. 2-1 pitch is fouled off behind the plate, and it's now an even count, 2-2. Bird is a two-way player. He has been in the starting lineup in the outfield only for 14 games, but this is his 9th appearance out of the pen. Just a 2.08 ERA for the rookie. 2-2. Blythe swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt, and the inning is over. So Bird does his job and strikes out Blythe, and the ballers strand O'Sullivan at first base. Time to stretch. It's our Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch when we come back. 1-0 Coast, our score here on Ballers Radio. It's our Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch here in Long Beach. 1-0 Coast as Emilio Corona leads off against Reed Butts, who remains in the game, and he deals a changeup on the outside for a called strike one. It's Corona, Jablonski, and Jones. The middle of the lineup dude up against Butts. Lefties 0-1 is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk for Butts. Just 65 pitches for the southpaw today. The 1-1 is a changeup that sails high and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Corona singled back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Butts works from the stretch, the 2-1. Corona hits a fly ball to deep right. Calora backpedals, gets turned around. He reaches up, slams into the wall, and he hangs on. Wow! What a play from Jaden Calora. His first starts in right field this year. He bangs open the wall in right. They have to close it back up because he hit it so hard. A tremendous play from Calora in right on a ball tagged by Corona. He got twisted around and then reached up at the last second. Knew he was about to hit the wall hard, and he somehow hung on to make us just a terrific play. 1 out for Jablonski. Wow. One of the best plays, defensive plays that we've seen this year. First pitch to Jablonski is in the dirt for ball 1. I mean, once his route was determined, he gets moving on one side of his feet, then he gets twisted around. You're thinking, uh-oh, this is going to go over his head. But at the very last second, he hangs on, hits the wall, and hangs on. Here's a line drive in the right center off the bat of Jablonski for a base hit. Santos cuts it off, and that will hold Jablonski to a 1-out single. First hit for Long Beach since the 4th, and that will be it for Reed Butts today, as here comes Aaron Miles. What a start for Butts. Just his second start since he returned from Sioux City, and it's certainly the best against Long Beach this year. 6 1/3 of 1-run baseball. And Butts walks off the mound, seems to be pleased with himself as Valek Cisneros takes over for the Ballers when we come back. It's 1-0 here in the 7th in favor of Long Beach on Ballers Radio. Bottom 7, 1 out, runner on first for the Coast. And Oakland turns to its bullpen for the first time today. What a great outing from Reed Butts today in his second start since returning from Sioux City. His line not final just yet because he is responsible for the man on first, but 6 1/3 innings pitched, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 hits and 4 strikeouts for Butts. Certainly a turn the clock type of outing from Reed that Ballers fans were accustomed to seeing when he was in the green and gold for the last 2 years. He gives way now to Valek Cisneros, the right-hander, in for the 7th. And the first pitch to Easton Jones is fouled back into the screen for strike 1. Cisneros has been leaned on heavily this year. This will be his team leading 24th appearance. 36 strikeouts in 29 in the third innings for Valek. 0-1. Jones takes a slider down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-2. Valek, 26 years of age, from Clinton, Oklahoma. Belt high set. He spins and throws to first, and Jablonski dives in safely. Rookie out of Central Oklahoma. Jones has driven in the only run today with his homer in the second, off Butts. 0-2. Slider fouled into the screen. That was really just the one mistake from Butts today. And, I mean, to say it was a mistake is, I think, an overstatement, because it was a good fastball on the low outside corner, and Jones just hammered it to right center. 0-2 pitch. Slider, check swing and a miss. He got him swinging. There's that deadly slider from Cisneros that he leans on the most. 2 outs for not Dylan Lena. It'll be Robert Pitts, who replaced Lena in the field in the top of the 7th. Rookie out of UC Riverside, drafted in the Pioneer League midseason tryout a couple days ago. First pitch is bounced up the middle softly. Shortstop O'Sullivan can't get there, and it rolls into center. Santos has the baseball. He throws to Allgaier, the third baseman, and Jablonski is in there safely. Infield single for Pitts. And that might be his first hit as a professional. It is. First pro hit for Pitts. They're going to give him the baseball. And Troy Percival is out to talk with the home plate umpire, Scott Ginger. Maybe he's going to make a substitution. He's going to use a member off of his bench here in a pinch hit spot. And it's going to be Cooper Vest. The usual first baseman's going to hit for the catcher Whittle in a one and done pinch hit opportunity. So men on the corners, 2 down for Vest. One of their big bats who did not start or was scheduled to have the off day today, but now he's coming off the bench to hit. And now what? Is Oakland going to intentionally walk him? They will. Aaron Miles threw up the 4 fingers to intentionally walk Vest. That puts Pitts at second, Vest at first. And they would rather take their chances on another pinch hitter here in Anthony Mata, who we have not seen yet in this series up until now. Aaron Miles wants no part of Vest. Instead, he'll take his chances against Anthony Mata with the bases loaded and 2 down in a 1-run game. First pitch to Mata is a slider at the knees for a called strike 1. Huge spot in the game. Long Beach ahead by 1. 1-0 Coast. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Mata this year batting .324. 2 home runs, 26 batted in. It's 0-1 on the shortstop. Cisneros throws. Breaking ball. Outside corner, called a strike. Beautifully placed by Cisneros. He's ahead 0-2. Ballers in the 8th will have Santos, Ibarra, and Moore due up. Mata uses his timeout, now gets back into the box. Jablonski's at third, Pitts at second, Vest at first, 0-2. The pitch is blooped in the shallow center. Santos races in, he's got it! And the inning is over. Cisneros works his way out of the jam. And the Ballers keep it a 1-run game. Now they need a run. Long Beach 1, Oakland nothing. 8th inning coming up. Santos, Ibarra, and more coming up when we return here on Ballers Radio. Eighth inning here from Blair Field. The Ballers down by 1 as we head to the 8th. 1-0 Coast. Jackson Bird still in the ball game after collecting the final out of the 7th. They'll face 3 lefties. First pitch to Santos is a high breaking ball for a called strike, and Santos wants to challenge this. This should be overturned.
Red Pocket Mobile Strike Zone Challenge overturned to a ball. The Ballers.
That pitch was very high. And Oakland still has their 1 challenge remaining. Chest tie set from Bird. The 1-0 to Isai is a breaking ball, that time a little low. 2-0. It's Santos, Ibarra, and Moore. 3 lefties here against the rookie Bird in a 1-run game. Hitters count for Santos, 2-0. Gets a fastball, but takes it on the outside for strike 1. He's 1 for 3 today. A single back in the 5th. The Ballers have 5 hits in this game. Deep breath from Bird. Lefties 2-1. Big curveball snaps in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. They've gone 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position and 1 for 11 with just runners on. They have been stymied today. Cole Percival, the starter, pitched 6 scoreless innings. Ordorica through 2/3 of an inning. And now it's Bird here in the 8th. 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. Not handled by Whittle. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ibarra on deck. Here's the payoff from Jackson Bird. Breaking ball taken in the dirt, ball 4. He tried to bring home the breaking ball, and Santos did not bite. It's a leadoff walk to bring up Ibarra. A right-hander starting to warm in the Long Beach pen. Does not look like their closer, Volker, just yet. Ibarra's 1 for 3. Deep breath from Bird. Lefty's first pitch is in the dirt. Taken for a ball. Santos takes off for second. Head for a slide. He's safe. What a close play as Santos ran on the pitch in the dirt. A bang-bang play at second. And in real time, I think the Ballers caught a break. Whittle blocked that well, threw it on target, and I thought they just got him, but Santos is in there. And the tying run in scoring position now for the Ballers. First pitch, a ball. The 1-0 to Ibarra is in the dirt again on a curve, blocked by Whittle. 2 balls and no strikes. And Santos gets credit for a steal because once he saw that pitch spiraling down to the dirt, he took off. He didn't wait and react for that ball to land in the dirt before taking second. Once he saw that ball spiraling down, he burst for second base. 2-0. Fastball is high. 3 balls, no strikes. And they may just pitch around Ibarra here. Well, you don't want to put the go-ahead run on base. Bird has pitched to him carefully up to this point. 3-0. Here it is. And Ibarra takes all the way. A fastball down the middle for strike 1. Tristan Moore is on deck. Does Jeter even get a pitch to hit here? A look at second to 3-1. Fastball is bounced weakly up the first base line. It's picked up by Bess, and the first baseman steps on the bag for the first outs. But it does get Santos 90 feet closer. He's now at third for Tristan Moore, and Troy Percival is going to make another pitching change. Tristan Moore's not going to see the lefty Bird. He's going to face a righty when we come back. Late drama here in Long Beach tonight on this Wednesday. The Ballers down by 1 here in the 8th, but they have the tying run at third with 1 down in a 1-0 game here on Ballers Radio. It's a pivotal moment in the ball game for the Ballers, who have been shut out for the first 16 innings in this series against the Coast. But they have their best chance all week to break that scoreless streak. Isai Santos at third, 1 out in the 8th, with Long Beach ahead 1-0. And it's the right-hander Jonathan Kozowski in for Troy Percival to face the rookie Tristan Moore. This is Moore's second game as a pro, and he is still looking for his first pro hit. This would certainly be a good time with the tying run 90 feet away in a 1-run game. The infield is in for the Coast as Kozowski comes set at the belt. Righty's first pitch is grounded foul down the third base line for strike one. Kozowski is in for a third time this year. He's only thrown 2 2/3 innings. Comes set. He lifts the leg, and now the 0-1. Moore hits a ground ball into right, a base hit. His first pro hit, delivers his first run batted in as Santos scores from third. We are tied at 1 here in the 8th. That's a clutch swing from the rookie out of Point Loma. Got another fastball at 94, and he barreled it up into right with the drawn-in infield, and we got ourselves a 1-1 game here in Long Beach. The Ballers brought him in because he could hit. First pro hit, first pro RBI. And here's Allgaier now. First pitch is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. So that ends a 16 consecutive scoreless inning streak from the Ballers' bats. 1-0. Allgaier takes a fastball on the outside for a strike, 1-1. It's the first hit with runners in scoring position this series for the Ballers. And that ends Long Beach's 27 consecutive scoreless inning streak dating back to Saturday against Yuba. 1-1. Allgaier takes a high breaking ball for ball 2. Again, Moore drove in 77 runs at Point Loma this year, which set a new program record. Has his lead at first. 2-1 from Kozowski. Fastball misses outside, and it's 3-1. It's just been good situational at-bats so far in this 8th. Santos drew a 3-2 walk, stole second on the ball in the dirt. Ibarra advanced him to third with a ground to the first, and Moore drove him in with a single. Spin throw to first. Moore dives in safely. The run is charged to Bird. His line is now final. 2/3 of an inning. 1 walk, 1 run, 1 strikeout. 3-1. Allgaier pops it up foul. Over towards third. It's now 3-2. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Moore steal here, with Allgaier swinging at the same time, try and protect a double play ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kozowski throws, runner goes, and Allgaier fouls the pitch down the line and left. It's the inflatable playpen, I guess. It's an inflatable playpen out in left field. Count remains 3-2. It's a 1-1 game here in the top of the 8th. 3-2 pitch to Allgaier. Runner goes again. And it's a fastball outside for ball 4. Moore to second. Allgaier draws the walk. And Nick Leahy will come up to the plate with a chance to give Oakland its first lead this week. Keep in mind, the Coast have rarely lost this season at home. They have only lost 3 games at home in 28 tries. Here's Leahy. He takes a fastball high for ball 1. A 25-3 record at home. Just a remarkable clip for Long Beach, who was trying to chase down Oakland's 73 wins from a year ago. 1-0. Leahy sends a fly ball to deep right field. Pitts backpedals, stops, makes the catch. Moore tags from second and advances to third safely. Allgaier stayed put at first. It's a deep fly out from Leahy. With 2 outs now, here comes Buford. Leahy just got under it. Now can Cam Buford deliver a big hit late? A run in on 1 hit and 2 walks. Kozowski's first to Buford is fouled back into the screen for strike 1. Cam's 0 for 3. Big shift on the left side of the infield. Third baseman Jones hugging the line. The 0-1 is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on the second-year baller. Kozowski comes set, 1-1. Buford hits a weak grounder to second, fielded by Roche. He bobbles the ball. Everyone's safe. And the Ballers, for the first time this week, have taken the lead. It's a 2-1 Oakland lead on the error committed by the second baseman Roche. He muffs the ground ball hit to his left, and Buford runs it out. 2-1 Oakland here in the 8th. Wow. Walks and errors have hurt Long Beach in this frame. Connor Smith takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Allgaier to second on that ground ball. It's the 3rd error committed by Long Beach today. 0-1. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher Whittle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and an error. He reached on an error. 1-1. Smith takes a strike. A fastball in the low outside corner. And it's 1-2. Connor Smith at the plate. Allgaier's at second. Kozowski rests at the belt. Righties 1-2. Is a breaking ball chopped foul down the third base line. First lead of the series for Oakland. They have scored 2 runs here in the 8th after being shut out for the first 7 innings. 1-2 to Smith. Is popped up out of play, back behind the plates. Kid is trying to protect. Long Beach in the last of the 8th will have the top of the lineup, Pelk, Roche, and Bess. One ball and 2 strikes. Kozowski is ready, and he throws. Smith hits a fly ball to shallow right. Hits the right fielder, comes in, makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Ballers have taken the lead for the first time this week with 2 runs, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. Ballers 2, Coast 1 here on Ballers Radio.
Left fielder, number 7.
For the first time this week, the Ballers have a lead. Here in the bottom of the 8th, they hold a 2-1 lead on the Coast. It's the top of the lineup for Long Beach against Valak Cisneros, Pelk, Roche, and Bess. First pitch from Valak is a high breaking ball for ball 1. 2 runs across on 1 hit and an error. 1-0. Pelk takes high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Cisneros collected the final 2 outs of the 7th. 2-0 is low, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. Pelk is 1 for 3, a single back in the 3rd. The 3-0 pitch is high and outside, ball 4. Tying runs at first on a 4-pitch walk. Brendan O'Sullivan walks out to give Cisneros a bit of a message, or was he probably just telling him, hey, I'm going to cover second base if you get a comebacker. Now it's Patrick Roche. Third baseman Allgaier is in. First pitch, slider misses low for ball 1. Five straight balls to begin the frame from Cisneros, who escaped the bases loaded jam in the 7th. 1-0. There's a slider. That's down the pipe for a called strike. 1-1. The Coast. Now time is called. And they wanted the music to be cut off. It had gone too long. That was Scott Ginger, who just kind of had the slash the throat signal. Hey, cut it. I guess the pitch clock was winding down, starting to wind down. 1-1. Slider, knee high, call the strike. So far, it's been mostly sliders from Cisneros. It's now 1-2. Cuba Bess on deck. 1-2. Roche takes strike 3 on the inside. There's one away. A front door slider, beautifully placed by Cisneros. He's got his second strikeout. One down for Cuba Bess. Bess stands in the lefty box. First pitch from Valak is fouled straight back on a heater for strike 1. He was on time with that. No balls and a strike. He holds at the belt. 0-1 high with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Corona is on deck. 1-1. Low and outside with a fastball. It's 2-1. Pelk has good speed at first. Not necessarily a base stealing threat. But if there's a ball in the gap, he can score from first base. 2-1. Bess takes a high fastball for ball 3. You have Corona on deck. A 3-1 challenge coming. Broken bat, grounder up the middle, diving stop. O'Sullivan, and ricochets off of his glove and rolls into shallow right field. That allows Pelk to advance to third. A broken bat, ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit for Bess, and it puts the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at first. And with Corona coming up to the plate, Aaron Miles is going to make a pitching change. Oh, here we go. Strap in the seatbelts, everyone. The Ballers lead by 1, but the Coast have the tying run 90 feet away. The go-ahead run at first with 1 out in the 8th when we return on Ballers Radio. The Ballers are walking on the tightrope here in the last of the 8th. They hold a 1-run lead, 2-1 Oakland. But Long Beach has men on the corners with 1 down for Emilio Corona. And Aaron Miles turns to his right-hander, Langston Burkett, who has become the closer for this team over the past couple of weeks. The 21-year-old from Santa Cruz, California, comes in looking to potentially grab the final 5 outs of this game. Pelk drew a walk. Cisneros struck out Roche. And then Bess hit a broken bat single up the middle. Men on the corners for Emilio Corona, the center fielder. Langston is in for a 23rd time this year. 36 strikeouts, in 24 and 2/3 innings. Right now he's looking for a double play ball. The infield is back for the Ballers. First pitch to Corona is a fastball knee high for a called strike. 0-1. Allgaier, the third baseman, is back. The rest of the infield is back. Ibarra at first is holding the runner. Cuba Bess. 0-1. Fastball outside corner, called strike 2. Burkett quickly ahead, 0-2 on Corona. Fly ball deep enough, should get Pelk home. Burkett trying to get the ground ball or the strikeout. The 0-2 pitch is well outside, pulled the fastball. 1-2 on Corona. Oakland has not won here in Long Beach this season. Trying to change that tonight. 1-2. He struck him out swinging. He blows the fastball by him at 93, and there's the second out of the 8th. Not out of the woods just yet. Here comes Jablonski. 7 of his 15 homers this year have been against the Ballers. He's batting from the left side, the switch hitter. Burkett at the set. Comes home with the first. And it's a swing and a miss on the fastball for strike 1. Pelk at third. Bess at first. 1-run lead for the Ballers here in the last of the 8th. 2 outs. 0-1. Jablonski swings and misses at the fastball. And it's 0-2. Straight heat from Langston so far. He has not pulled the string just yet, but maybe he'll do so here in a 2-strike count. A big-time pressure check for the 21-year-old. He's set. He lifts a leg. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball. Got him looking on the inside corner. Strike 3. Jablonski wants to use a challenge. He has to. It's confirmed strike 3, and the inning is over. Langston Burkett comes in, gets the final 2 outs of the 8th with back-to-back strikeouts. And the Ballers hold their lead through 8. It is 2-1 Oakland as we go to the 9th on Ballers Radio. Clutch pitching from Langston Burkett in the last of the 8th with the game on the line. Men on the corners for Long Beach. Oakland holding a 1-run lead. He gets back-to-back strikeouts against Corona and Jablonski. And we head to the 9th with the Ballers searching for insurance runs. 2-1 Ballers, ninth inning. And Brendan O'Sullivan will get things going here against Kozowski, the right-hander. O'Sullivan is followed by Kalora and Santos. The 9-1-2 bats against Kozowski. First pitch from the right-hander is a breaking ball on the outside for a called strike one. Oakland has lost 9 in a row to Long Beach. Trying to snap this losing streak and grab win number 1 of the second half. The 0-1. Good breaking ball. Ooh, misses just off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's been a season series dominated by Long Beach. No question about that. But in order to get back on track and get back to playing winning baseball, this is the type of game you need to play and the type of team you need to beat. Fastball misses low, 2-1. And what's been the longest losing streak of the season and in team history. 2-1. Fastball on the outside, called a strike. And it's 2-2. O'Sullivan has a pair of hits. 2 for 3 tonight. Kalora waits on deck. Kozowski's 2-2 is taken low. Fastball just missed. 3-2. Kozowski stares in on the catcher. Now the pitch. And O'Sullivan laces one up the middle for a base hit. It's his 3rd of the game. How about that back control on the low fastball? Slices it up the middle, and he is aboard for Kalora. Boy, his at-bats have looked just so much more polished the last several weeks. And his confidence has certainly grown in this month of July. Here comes Kalora. The Ballers holding a 1-run lead on this Wednesday. 2-1 our score. O'Sullivan runs. It's a swing and a miss. Throw down to second by Whittle. The tag, not in time. And I tell you what, another close call that probably goes in favor of Oakland, as Whittle threw an absolute strike right on the bag to the shortstop Mata. And that's the third base umpire, Joe Shields, who has missed a second call. Boy, Troy Percival is out, and he wants an explanation. He's telling them, he just pointed to him, hey, that's 2 you've missed. You've missed 2 plays at second base. And hard to blame Troy for expressing the frustration. I mean, that was a laser of a throw from Whittle right on the bag, and I thought O'Sullivan was tagged out on the hand. But hey, when you when you lose 7 in a row, sometimes you need a little luck to go your way. Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt and blocked by Whittle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kalora's 0 for 3. And that is a major insurance run at second base for the Ballers here in the 9th. 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. It's fielded by Mata. He throws to third, and the tag this time on target and in time to get O'Sullivan. 1 away. He broke on contact, and Mata, as soon as he fielded the ball, threw to third. The throw was a little wide of Jones, but Jones reared back to apply the tag right on O'Sullivan's hand, and there was no question about that. Fielder's choice, 6-5. And here comes Santos. 1 out. First pitch to Eastside is a fastball knee high for a called strike one. If I'm the Ballers, I'm saving that challenge for the ninth. Unless it's got to be an egregious call. But you got to save that for the ninth inning. 0-1. Santos fouls it back, and it's 0-2. You need that challenge for a call in the ninth. And it's been a relatively good zone from Scott Ginger behind the plate, but he has missed a couple. And that's where that one challenge should not be used here by the offense, in my opinion. 0-2 to Santos. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eastside scored the first run of the game in the 8th. 1-2 in the dirt, smothered by Whittle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tristan Moore's first hit delivered a run to tie the score in the 8th, and then an error by the second baseman Roche on the ground ball by Buford with 2 outs scored Oakland's second run. 2-2. Santos bloops it into right. Pitts was playing in. He makes the catch. And there's 2 down for Ibarra. Long Beach in the bottom of the 9th will have Jones, Pitts, and Whittle. The 6, 7, 8 bats against Burkett. Here's Ibarra. First pitch to Jeter is a breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Oakland 2, Long Beach 1. 9th inning. 1-0. Ibarra takes a changeup down the middle for a strike. And he's going to use a challenge. This is risky from Jeter.
Red Pocket Mobile Strike Zone Challenge is overturned to a ball.
Oh, boy. It's overturned. And by not much. That was a gamble. But Oakland retains its final challenge. 1-1 on Jeter. He takes a fastball on the inside for a called strike. It's now 1-2. Two outs. Calora at first. Kozowski's still in this game. Deals. And Ibarra rolls it foul down the first base line. Was in front of that breaking ball. What a game up to this point. A pitcher's duel between Reed Butts and Cole Percival. 2-2 is fouled at the plates. Whittle did not hang on to that on the fly. He tipped it into the ground before it was smothered by Whittle. The count remains 2-2. Boy, it'd be nice if Jeter could just get into one here and take this ball through the Long Beach night sky. Kozowski's 2-2 is driven to center. Struck well, but Corona has room as he backpedals just shy of the track, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Here we go, Ballers fans. The Ballers need 3 more outs to end this 7-game losing streak and this 9-game losing streak against the Coast. 2-1 Ballers, bottom of the 9th, coming up here on Ballers Radio. Strap in the seatbelts, folks. Bottom of the ninth. Oakland needs 3 outs to end a 7-game losing streak and a 9-game losing streak against Long Beach. 2-1 Ballers. And Langston Burkett is looking to complete a 5-out save. It's Easton Jones to lead off against Langston Burkett in a 1-run game. Right on right from the windup, the first pitch is a fastball high for ball 1. Jones pits Whittle, 6-7-8. Dude up for Long Beach, 1-0. Swing and a foul back behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Burkett collected the final 2 outs of the 8th with 2 strikeouts, with men on the corners and 1 down. 1-1. Jones checks his swing but goes around on the slider, and it's 1-2. He has driven in the only run for Long Beach tonight with a solo homer to right center, back into second off Reed bunts. The 1-2. Slider is off the plate outside, 2-2. Langston into the wind. The 2-2 pitch is blooped into shallow right. Leahy hustles out. He can't make the catch. It's a leadoff single for Jones. And the tying runs at first for the Coast for Robert Pitts. It was a fastball in on his hands, and he blooped it in between the second baseman and right fielder. Pitts will bat with the tying run at first. Allgaier, the third baseman, is in on the grass in anticipation of a bunt. First pitch from Burkett. He shows, and he got hit, or did he foul it? He got hit. Or not. I thought the umpire pointed at first base. He fouled it off, I guess. Wow. I mean, the pitch was going to hit him in the chest. And I guess he just got, he pulled it, tried to pull it back. I think he tried to, but he couldn't do it successfully, so it's a foul ball. No balls in the strike. Wow. I mean, for sure it looked like that ball was going to hit him. Ballers defense waiting for the sac bunt. It's 0-1. The pitch. Jones swings away and bounces it to third, but it's foul. 0-2. Now, the idea of a sac bunt out of the equation, I would think. Allgaier is going to back up at third and play about even with the bag. Jones at first. It's no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is taken high with a fastball, ball 1. Pitts collected his first pro hit back in the 7th. The 1-2 from Burkett on its way. And he somehow gets a piece of the slider off the end of the bat. Count remains 1-2. By the way, Johnny Pappas has picked up a bat, and he is waiting on deck. He would hit for Whittle. One ball, 2 strikes. Burkett is ready. The pitch. Check swing on a fastball. Did he go? No, he did not. He held up. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. And Pitts fouls it off down the first base side. Well, there's just, for whatever reason, an easiness to this 9th inning right now. We've seen how this game can change in a matter of seconds. 2-2. The pitch is taken on the outside. Got him looking. A perfect slider down the middle. Left Pitts frozen. 3rd strikeout for Burkett. There's 1 down. And here comes Pappas. He is going to hit for David Whittle, the starting catcher. So it's his teammate, Pappas, who comes to the plate. With 1 down and the tying run at first. Now Burkett steps off the rubber to reset. Pitch clock was winding down. First offering is taken on the outside with the slider for strike 1. Leahy at second is up the middle. O'Sullivan, the shortstop, is up the middle. No balls and a strike. He throws, and Pappas takes down and away with the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ballers lead 2-1. 9th inning. 1 out. Tying run at first for the Coast. Oakland trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. 1-1. Pappas swings and misses at a slider, and it's now 1-2. Langston Burkett, youngest player on the team. Ready for the 1-2. And he strikes him out swinging. Foul tips the slider. And Langston Burkett is 1 out away from completing a 5-out save. There's 2 down for Mata. He has 4 strikeouts. And he needs 1 more as Mata digs in. Mata pinch hit in the 7th. This is his 2nd at-bat today. First pitch is fouled back into the screen. Strike 1. The Ballers were held scoreless for the first 7 innings of this game before scoring 2 in the 8th on a hit and an error. Burkett 2 strikes away from sealing the deal. 0-1 is blooped. Shallow right, Calora broke back, comes in, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The 7-game losing streak is over. The 9-game losing streak to Long Beach is over. And the Ballers, for the first time in this second half, deliver a win. A 2-1 thriller here in Long Beach. It's only the 4th time this season that the Coast have lost here at home in 29 games. But what a way to do it. Terrific pitching by Reed Butts, Valek Cisneros, and Langston Burkett. And 2 timely runs in the 8th as Oakland in the win column for the first time in the second half. Final score, Oakland 2, Long Beach 1. The Ballers postgame show is coming up right after this. Welcome back to Blair Field here in Long Beach as it finishes here at Blair Field. The Ballers grabbed their first win of the second half in thrilling fashion. A 2-1 victory over the Coast. And Oakland finally has its first win of the second half. A 2-1 win, which ends a 7-game losing streak and a 9-game losing streak to the Coast. I'm Gareth Kwok for Ballers Radio. This is the Ballers postgame show as we break down this one. And boy, I mean, you can make the case this was one of the best games performed by Oakland in quite some time. And we've talked about it throughout the season that the pitching would be the key to their success and how, frankly, it's been inconsistent for much of the year. But today, the pitching was superb. And it all started with the 2-year baller, now in his 3rd year, Reed Butts. The left-hander delivered 6 1/3 innings of 1-run baseball, allowed 4 hits and 1 walk with 4 strikeouts in a no decision. His only mistake, wasn't even really a mistake, was a 2-out solo homer to Easton Jones on a low outside fastball that Jones just muscled 406 feet to right center. And that would be the only run through the first 7 innings of the game. Cole Percival for Long Beach threw as well 6 innings, no runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The Ballers, 7 innings, could not gather a hit with runners in scoring position. And remember, this is a Ballers team that just could not hit with runners in scoring position here in this second half. They just batted .212 through the first 7 games. But in the 8th was where things finally changed for the Ballers after they had not scored a run through the first 16 innings. Against the left-hander Jackson Bird, Isai Santos drew a 3-2 walk, and then he stole second base as he saw the pitch from Bird spiraling down into the dirt. He took off for second and slid in just safely on a bang-bang play. Jeter Ibarra advanced him to third on a grounder to first, and that put the tying run at third base with 1 down. Troy Percival made a pitching change and turned to his right-hander, Jonathan Kozowski, who faced the rookie Tristan Moore, and Moore laced a base hit to right, an RBI game-tying single for his first pro hit and run batted in to bring home Santos, and it evened the score at 1. Jake Allgaier then drew a walk to put men at second and first. Leahy flied out to right. Moore tagged and advanced to third base. And with men on the corners and 2 outs, Cam Buford bounced the ball softly to second, albeit a long ways away from Pat Roach, the second baseman, and he muffed it out in shallow right, allowing Moore to score the go-ahead run and give the Ballers their first lead of the series. 2 runs, a hit, and an error in that 8th to put Oakland on top for the first time this week. And in the bottom of the 8th, Valek Cisneros walked the leadoff man Pelk, struck out Roche looking, and then gave up a broken bat single to Cuba Bess, which put runners on the corners with 1 down. With the tying run at first, the go-ahead run with the tying run at third, and the go-ahead run at first, Langston Burkett came into the ballgame for Aaron Miles and struck out the next 2 batters, Emilio Corona and Jacob Jablonski, to escape the jam and keep the lead at 1. The Ballers did not score in the 9th, so it set up the bottom of the 9th where Burkett would have to get the final 3 outs as part of a 5-out save. He gave up a bloop single to Easton Jones to lead off the frame, but then he struck out Robert Pitts looking, struck out Johnny Pappas swinging, and he got Anthony Mata to fly out to right to Jaden Calora, who played very well defensively in right for his first start of the year in right field. And the ball game ended. Oakland victorious 2-1. It's their first win of the second half. Just a well-pitched game, great defense. Of course, the hitting was not the greatest today, but they generated enough traffic and got a couple of bounces to go their way. And sometimes you need bounces to go your way when you lose 7 in a row. And that's exactly what happened as Oakland wins 2-1. Final totals tonight: Oakland 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Tonight, they stranded, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10 runners on base. Long Beach, 1 run, 7 hits, 3 errors. And tonight, they stranded 6. The winning pitcher tonight is Valak Cisneros. Valak improves to 5-0. And the losing pitcher is Jonathan Kazoski, who goes to 1-1. And Langston Burkett collects his 2nd save of the year in a game that lasted 2 hours and 57 minutes here at Blair Field. Coming up next, we'll take a look at some scores one last time around the Pioneer League, and then we'll preview tomorrow's rubber match, a chance for Oakland to win its first series against the Coast this season. It's all coming up next when the postgame show continues here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to Long Beach as the postgame show continues here from Blair Field. Final score today: Oakland 2, Long Beach 1. First win for the Ballers over the Coast since mid-June, since at home on June 16th in a knockout round that Trey Cobb won back at Raimondi Park. It's the first win on the road here in Long Beach. We take a look one last time at some scores around the Pioneer League. Final scores from Great Falls. Great Falls defeats Ogden 13-10. Glacier defeats Billings 9-3. Idaho Falls winners over Missoula 12-9. The Yuba Sutter Freebirds and the Boise Hawks are tied at 4 in the last of the 8th. And last but not least, Red Pocket leads 11-10 on Modesto in the bottom of the 7th. So Oakland no longer winless. There are no more. Well, I shouldn't say that just yet. There's no more winless teams, that's for sure. And if Red Pocket hangs on against Modesto, there will be no more undefeated teams as well here in this second half. Everybody will have at least won a game and lost a game. As we look ahead to tomorrow's matchup, it's a rubber match between these two sides. The Ballers and the Coast tomorrow at 6:35. We'll go live at around 6:15 right here on the Ballers YouTube channel and on the Home Team Network. The right-hander Aiden Rissy will get the ball for the Ballers against the pitching coach for Long Beach. Yes, that's right. Jerome Williams is going to come out of the dugout, and he is going to pitch what is expected to be a couple of innings as Long Beach's marketing player. The former Giant, the former Angel, and the longtime big leaguer will make a start against the Ballers for a handful of innings before he then hands it over to the left-hander Garrett Vandeventer. First pitch is at 6:35. Again, the Ballers pregame show will begin at 6:15 here on our YouTube channel and on the Home Team Network. Hope you can tune in then to what should be a fun rubber match, but that's going to do things for us today here from Long Beach. For Tyler Peterson, I'm Gareth Kwok saying so long. Again, the final score: Oakland 2, Long Beach 1. This series is now tied 1 game apiece. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We'll talk to you all tomorrow, but until then, so long, everyone.